Hello viewers, this is Obi Ojimadu once more with Nigeria, the national question. Tonight, as you've seen, the topic is Nigeria's unity non-negotiable? 56 years after independence, 50 years after the Civil War, Nigerians have been more divided today than ever. Today you hear things about secession from different regions, not just the southeast. You hear about regions asking people to leave their regions before October 1st. Gentlemen, what is going on in Nigeria? We're talking about Nigeria's unity. Is it non-negotiable? Are we really united? Have we been united ever? So, first of all, let me introduce my panelists. On my right, we have Dr. Lukman Adediran. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
And next, we have Engineer Destiny Obasi. You're welcome, sir.
I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Right. And next, we have Dr. Adeyemi Adegoke. You're welcome, sir.
Me here, sir.
And Sunday Nathan,
Thank you,
engineer to be. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Father.
And Prince Oscar.
Thank you for having me,
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, gentlemen. We're here again. This is our second episode, trying to dissect the issues going on in Nigeria. Fellows, what is going on in Nigeria? We've never been so divided. Never. Have we ever been united? Dr. Lukman.
Good afternoon, the viewers at home. My name is Dr. Adelaja Lukman Adewale. I am from Osun State, Ifedodun local government area to be precise. Nigeria as a question of unity. Maybe before I was born, there was a time they were united. But now, let's call a spade a spade. Nigeria is not a United States. Any country that bases its principle of quota systems, where you come from, if you are filling a form and you will not see a place to ask you your local government area, your region, what is the importance of that? Just to select some people out of others. That even if 50%, we are looking for 100 people, I want to use it, each region 25%, automatically they are saying everything we are doing is not based on merit now. It's now based on where you come from. Where you come from was also based on the principle of who is who. Automatically, Nigeria is not united. Maybe in the past, based on the story we read or we have heard, on the story of being united. There was a case that happened in 1986 when there was a riot in BUK. When there is a problem that happened in BUK, Bio University in Kano, where the provost or the VC of the college come to the year and said, it's only 4 people that lost their life. The word only, is disgraceful. Now, the president of Nigerian Students Union, the national president came from University of Nigeria, Enugu, the person of Charles. There was a riot in Enugu that how on earth a person as to the level of being a vice chancellor of a university mention such a derogative statement. Because it's a military era, decree and other things. These guys were arrested. And they were charged to court, military court, and they were sentenced to death. A man from Southwest, Professor Dr. Barrister Falana, Falana stood for these people. And at the end of the day, they were discharged and acquitted. They went back to their school, they were rusticated. On 1 grand, the same man still come for this set of people, and they were installed back to the system. A crisis in the north. People, because of unity, because of love, because of oneness, from the east, reproach that system. And when there is a crisis, somebody from the southwest rescue this set of people. That's called unity in diversity. But now, what we are using is the principle of where you come from. Are you my own? If you are not from my side, automatically something is wrong with you. Presently, unless we are deceiving ourselves, Nigerian is not united, and this is the problem. This is the origin. This is the origin of our problem. The origin of our problem that bring about disunity, secessions, disharmony, chaos, and everything we are seeing nowadays. In a simple, plain truth, we are not united.
Wow. Then, gentlemen, who can tell me how did we get here to this disunity? Or does it mean we've never been united from the beginning? Who can pick up that? Yeah, Dr. Adelaja.
It's a very dicey and very, very critical question to answer.
Speak up.
Okay, it's a very dicey question to actually answer.
Okay.
But from history, because I'm still learning though. I think I'm a good student of history. You know, the word Nigeria is not actually in existence before we were actually forced into a forced marriage, bringing people from different cultural beliefs and intentions. So bringing us together to merge us together as a country, it's like bringing kerosene or groundnut oil and water together in a container. It can never mix. So we were at no point actually a country. But we, on papers, by what was given to us by our colonial masters, we were regarded to as a country because our predecessors, our forefathers, they actually agreed to that and they signed it. And by virtue of that, we come together on papers, give us the notion of being referred to as a Nigerian. So on my own thinking, I think psychologically and in the reasons of it, we were never a country. But on papers, and by the first work of our colonial masters, we actually a country. That's what I think about it.
So with what has been going on now, regions we've been having for some time now the Biafra agitation for sovereign states of Biafra, and a few days ago I watched that you all are aware that a group from the southwest also declared the Republic of Oduduwa. So where will this stop and where are we heading to?
Well, actually, let me respond to that sharply. You know, in the constitution, it was actually they had a forecast that Nigeria will be an entity for 100 years. And 100 years has lapsed. So at this point, I think we are going back to a point of reset. Once you're in a marriage and you're not convenient with it, then everyone is trying to go out. But for me, instead of actually standing to say, let Nigeria be a thing of history, I would always clamor for dialogue. Okay. I would always clamor for, let's come back, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's try to make use of our diversity and unity so that we can stand as a greater force among community of nations. Because the truth is this: once we disintegrate, the value we have as a country, our place in the community of nations would actually slip off us. So we actually have to come together back to the drawing board and say, instead of the secession by the Biafrans, I'm a Yoruba man. Instead of saying Oduduwa nation, we can actually go back to the era where you had each of the regions on their own, but they had a central government in the middle. It's not that the Biafrans might be on their own, the Yorubas shouting they want to be on their own, the Arewas can be on their own, but they come together in the middle so that the name Nigeria could also be salvaged from going into destruction. Okay,
in effect, you're talking of what we had after independence.
Yeah.
First, we had 3 regions.
Exactly.
The northern,
the south, and the west.
Yeah. Then, and later from the west, in 1964, the Midwestern region was created. So by 1964, we had 4 regions that were autonomous, with a weak center.
Yeah.
So that's understand the point.
Yeah.
So we never had unity, or you mean that the foundation wasn't built to bring the unity strong enough?
The foundation, we had a quasi-unity. And when I say quasi, we had a kind of a pseudo-unity, just in the periphery, but deep inside us, and an Igbo man would actually see an Hausa man as a threat, and also a Yoruba man would see an Igbo man as, okay, let's be careful of him. So it is never actually it has never been an accepted phenomenon of being a country. So we have to come out together to the drum board and see, okay, how can we come together and achieve a common goal of being a country?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Sunday Nathan,
Sir.
you're from the northeastern part of Nigeria. Now, from your experience over the years, how united has Nigeria been? What can you share with us?
Well, I think the theme Nigeria's unity is actually an illusion, something that was meant for us and then other parts of the world to actually believe exist. But then,
A bit louder.
something that was meant for us, the Nigerians, and then other parts of the world to actually believe exist. Let's say a mirage. But the more you get closer to it, you get to see that it doesn't really exist. It's not there, as to be honest. Yes, I'm from the north. And then my state, I have people from other regions of Nigeria who come here to stay. Now, these people get to interact. Like, when you get to interact with them, you get to see that we have, well, we human beings, we have different mentality, actually.
Right.
So, other people, let's say 80% of the people from the north, their mentality, when you interact with southerners and those people from the east, the trust is not really there. It's just like, let's say, a cat and mouse game, something like that. There's this repelling force. I don't really know what it is though, but I don't think that unity was really there. It's as if, like my brother here said, forced marriage, because still we find ourselves together. We are not united though, but we find ourselves together. How did we really get together? Was it that we were forced to come together without having actually loved ourselves and willingly agreed to come together? Or was it, let's say, those people who had power over us just decided they want to do it to favor themselves? I don't really know. But to answer the question, I don't think there was ever unity in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Prince Oscar, Jinaka.
Thank you very much, my colleagues. Welcome back this week. My name is Chibuzo Ojimadu. I am from Umu Ejikoha, Oba, Omaka, in Njaba local government. Olo is in Imo State. Imo State is in Biafra land. Moderator, I thank you once more for having me in this program.
Okay.
Honestly speaking, as my honorable have said, there have never been a time Nigeria is one, and there has never been a time there is unity in Nigeria. Right from the creation of the contraption called Nigeria, there haven't been one. It's only through the help of Frederick Lugard that brought us together, because of their own selfish and personal interest. That was the work of Britain into Africa. Although, as from there, things started moving, because if you understand when the colonial masters started coming, or like, how can I just put it, the Western world, the Portuguese came, Arab came first through the time of slave trade. After Arab, Portuguese came. After Portuguese, then Britain came. British or Britain, I don't know. So they came. So you can understand, that time they came, they started killing because we resisted them. The Biafrans resisted the British. You understand? They started killing, they started maiming us, they started shedding our blood, So it gets to, they have to subdue us when they captured the Assembly. So when, I don't want to go, that will be another program, Okay. So they captured us, then what they have to do is to tell the Yorubas and the Hausas of their friends, their counterparts, that as from today, you people are going to be one nation. Well, I mean, my colleague said that there was a written document. There is no written document. We have evidence. IPOB have every documentary that was written from the time of amalgamation till death. It have never been. They forced us to belong, because if you don't, they will kill you. So that is how we came together. Then from there, people get themselves together, trying to make something to work out. But since then, it didn't work out. Then, up till today, it did not work out. Because of, if you build a house and you have a problem in the foundation, the structure is not going to stand. And that is why you see where we are today. And there is no unity and it's not negotiable. Nobody is going to negotiate for it. Nobody. But the only thing there is this. I mean, we have to, focus on the right for indigenous people to exist. Because Nigeria or Africa is not the first country to do that. If you can take a look at Luxembourg, Luxembourg was once in Dutch, German territory. Austria was once in German territory. Netherlands was once in German territory. But they understand each other. They understand each other that even if they have common value system, but they understand each other. They know that, this tribal war is not us and Hausas. When they hear that Biafra want to be on their own, I don't know what is going inside them. It is another way of development. It is another way of loving each other. It's another way of embracing each other. Build your own government. Let me build on my own government. Take care of my people to our own satisfaction. Then we can have a common sense. We can have a common sense on the table. We can unite. We can have a relationship in agriculture. We can have a relationship in many things. You understand? How can? We cannot afford it to say that we are going to restructure Nigeria. What are you restructuring for? What? What are you going to restructure? I think let me stop there for
okay. Prince Oscar, you mentioned that the Hausas, the Yorubas, they don't want it. Are you trying to generalize? Because I know a lot of people from this region that you mentioned who are saying that yes, the Biafran struggle it's a cause. In the cause, it says that it is in line with the injustice going on in Nigeria, and not just with Biafra, even for different people in different regions of the country. So are you trying to generalize, to put like all of them in one basket, like they're all against Biafra, or is it like maybe on the government level or politicians?
Do you know why?
Yeah.
If we start talking about my own personal relationship with him, right. I know that he don't get me. Yeah. I know that he loves me. Despite that he's from Yoruba now, and he get out outside, and I see a Russian man beating him, I will defend him to the last. Because of what? Because we are the same skin. We are the same brother. You understand? But the thing there is that he himself, who likes me for who I am, he have no power to give me what I want. So when I said Yorubas, the Hausas, that is the Hausa Fulani, the oligarchy, the cabals, and the Yoruba oligarchies. They know what it takes. They know, but for that reason, that they cannot just have it like that. How can Biafra go like that?
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah.
Oh, Prince, like you rightly said, that when a Russian man, you said, Babshik, Choni Chile, means, sorry, people are told that all of you are black people, regardless of where you come from. Automatically, there is something, God that make us a black, have reason why. There's something we can choose, like I said in last programs. You can choose what you want to become in life, but you cannot choose where you be. God has a supernatural force. Whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, you are Hindus, there's a so-called supernatural being called God somewhere, somehow. You understand? That a Yoruba man doesn't want a Biafra to go, or an Ariwa doesn't want a Biafra to go. I might try to refute that statement based on the fact of what we see and what we hear daily. When you try to explain something to some people, even if you want to say common sense, but because of some pre-notions of what is meditation, you learn a lot of things on social media to this one, say you Yoruba, you are idiot, you are foolish, and many times I try to talk common sense to some people. There's something bad in you in having Biafra, having Ududua Republic, having Ariwa Republics, and maybe that won't give us our common sense and bring something on our table, and things will go better. But when you are not trying to, because you have something, you are not trying to make it look as if I'm an idiot or I'm a foolish person. I have to tell you that, oh boy, try to take things easy. Because we are watching a lot of agitated people that take the agitation for Biafra nowadays. People said that is not a peaceful demonstration. We are in a civilized world. We see what is happening in civilized world. When there is a problem in Ukraine, when there is a crisis, there is riot. We made a lot of riot at squat, what do you call it, prisoners for Median. We saw a lot of riot. We saw how when they want to do their demonstration, when they are fighting for their own rights. It's not that the way somebody. That I was before this program when we are discussing. I said some of people they are just like follow. You understand? Not my friend. Is talking about Biafra. Ask him his intelligent question. They will not be able to defend it, but they are the ones that say, I want to die for Biafra, I want to die this. Ask these people, if you have never seen war, read war, what is called war? If you have never seen war, you might talk, maybe war is not sweet like Indomie or like something. But the way people create, I watched a video yesterday, I nearly shed tears. Why? When the pro-agitators, the way they are dealing with soldiers. Not that they cannot retaliate, but when they retaliate, people will see that it's the retaliation people will capture and started telling.
There is one thing you have to understand.
Yeah.
You didn't say the what you watched, but I can tell you the way they are retaliating on. So, I mean, what was the event? What had happened?
Somebody was coming.
Who was coming?
Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu was coming, and they said there is a barricade somewhere. The question I know what would be on your mind is why there is a barricade in any. Whether we like it or not, me, I'm using Nigerian passport to enter. Sorry, sir. Sorry. I'm using Nigerian passport. Which passport are you using to be here? We are abroad. Which passport do you use to enter this?
Are you asking me as a question?
Yes, as a question.
When you finish, then
I, as a person, I use Nigerian passport to travel to every country I've been to in this world. Automatically, anybody that see me any part of the world knows I'm a Nigerian. Automatically, and in the Nigerian, whether we like it or not, we'll still be referring to whether we have forcibly amalgamated or rightfully amalgamated or widely amalgamated. All we know is there's an amalgamation. There's a false fallacy called Nigerian, and in that constitution of Nigeria say that in any place there is a threat to the security, the force supposed to do something, and then when they are saying that they are a barricade, automatically somebody must not go against the will of the constitutions.
One thing you have to understand, nobody is going against the will of the constitutions. Let me start with in the video you said you watched about Nnamdi Kanu. We are indigenous people, and I don't think that nobody will dictate for us the right of indigenous people. I mean, self-determination. You don't need to dictate for us. One thing you have to understand is this: they blocked Nnamdi Kanu, our spiritual leader, that he is not going to enter Ebonyi State. Do you know where Ebonyi State is? Ebonyi State is Igbo land. Police.
It's not even it's in Anambra.
Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State.
The program is in Anambra.
Ebonyi State, let me tell you one thing. They say that he is not going to enter Ebonyi State. How? Where is in Nigerian constitution? Where is it written that a citizen of Nigeria, so-called, cannot travel to other city? I'm coming. They try to interrupt him. The people and his followers, our own IPOB members, who is not with arms, the followers of Nnamdi Kanu, they went and made a way for him to pass. They understand that they have no right. There is no constitution that is saying that Nnamdi Kanu cannot enter into another state. And of which that you know that is before the creation of states, we are one region. So I don't think that somebody will tell Fanyi Kayote not to enter into another Yoruba state. Such a thing cannot happen. So I have cleared you for that one.
Okay.
Then in the other way around, in the other one, you make 2 points. You know, do you have to?
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
We're talking about somebody saying here that.
I think we're digressing from.
Yeah, somebody wrote here. Chris Peterson says, holding this debate means that Nigeria's unity is negotiable. But now, I believe we should not be talking about the dismemberment of entity called Nigeria. Rather, we should be talking about how to ensure justice, equity, fairness for all the citizens. Does anybody here believe that Nigeria's unity is non-negotiable? Because I've heard it from many politicians, I've heard it from many people. That is why we brought up this debate. Many people have said it that, no, It's not negotiable. Nothing to discuss about it.
Well, my name is Destiny, actually. Yeah, I'm from Nigeria. Yeah. I think that since I was born, I've not seen a united Nigeria. So if we're speaking of the unity of Nigeria, if is
Can you see my pen on that?
non-negotiable, what I would say is I've not seen a united Nigeria. Nigeria, for me, since I was born, has never been
Okay, maybe let me make it even. Let me make it
united.
clearer.
Yeah.
Nigeria,
Yes.
the geography as we have it today.
Yes.
Is it possible for us to have maybe states or separate states, independence created out of it? Is it possible? Let me rephrase the question.
Okay, sir.
Not like unity as a people, but as geographically.
Very good. I think that this, when you speak of geographically, it is saying these people in their different geographical location that makes up Nigeria. Am I correct, sir? No, am I correct?
Yeah.
Very good. So when I say that Nigeria has never been united, I'm speaking of, I had considered a different geopolitical region. And then when you look at what happens in this different geopolitical region, and then you speak of which makes up Nigeria, you will see that there has never been unity. Since I was born, I don't know what must have happened. Of course, if you want to ask me the history or go back to history, I could say one or two things, but
okay.
I don't want to go there. I'm just trying to let you know that since I opened my eyes and knew my left from right, I've not seen a united Nigeria. And as long as I haven't seen a united Nigeria, I don't think that there's anything to negotiate talking about peace. I mean, negotiation for unity, if it's negotiable or non-negotiable. Because Nigeria has never been united, sir.
So, in other words, it's possible to negotiate a kind of, I won't use the word restructuring again, a sort of demarcation, separation.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Very good. Thank
Is
you
it
for
possible
that
to negotiate that?
I think that he was talking about Nigeria. He did mention about marriage. Yeah. You know, you're bringing somebody into a marriage that without the person's consent. Am I correct?
Well, no, it's not. They never consented.
Okay, they brought.
They gullibly followed the arrangement.
Okay. Now I think that if we were called Nigeria or one Nigeria, sir, sorry to use word. The issue, one of the when you look at marriage, if you're bringing Nigeria or if you're trying to liken it in the aspect of marriage, I think that one of the reasons or things that keeps people together in marriage is different values. You get it? So I marry a man or a woman from Sokoto. She shares a different value, family background, and all of that. A different culture, behavioral, whatever. And I am from a very totally different kind of culture, belief system, and all of that. I think that when there is when there is understanding, yeah, we can come up with something. But you see, in this aspect, there has never been a kind of understanding of value, what this marriage stands for, where we are going. As a matter of fact, there has never been any future. No future has been decided. This marriage, this is what we must do. These are things we must not do. This is the destiny or the destination of this marriage. It has never happened. And as long as it has never happened, maybe possibly, I came into the marriage hoping that the promises made to me was going to someday materialize. And I stayed in the marriage for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and I mean, you could count on and on. And my expectation is not materializing. I can one day tell you that, hey, guy, I want to file for a divorce. And whether you like it or not, I can take the matter to court. I want a divorce. If you don't want a divorce, I tell you I want to walk out of the marriage. Okay. Because as long as I am in a marriage, man, I'm not giving my best. There's nothing you will do to impress me because my mind is out of it. I think, speaking about my honorable friend here, Brother Chibuzo, am I correct? Yes, Oscar, who is talking about Biafra. It's like a marriage that has not been working. A marriage where you've been molested, where you have been bamboozled, a marriage where you have been taken for granted. I mean, the husband that is his wife every single day. No matter what you speak about love, love can get you married, but love will never keep you married. It has to be there is some level of wisdom and understanding that builds every home. Not love can get you married, it cannot keep you married. Because if love was going to keep any human being married, all the people that are divorced today, they want to love the man, they want to love the woman. So since there is no understanding of where we're going to, we can as well tell ourselves we'll part ways.
Okay. Let me. There's a comment here by Charles Tochukwu. He said, "But the British that created Nigeria is negotiable. Why is Scotland leaving the UK?"
Okay.
So this is a very good question.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Because there are people who are saying that Biafra cannot even think of, no region should think of leaving Nigeria. That's what we're talking about today.
Okay.
Is that possible? Yes, Dr. Daimi.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You know what? Let me go back to 1951 because preparing for this discussion, I actually get some things down.
Okay.
I'll take us to the Macpherson's Constitution. And you see, after the Constitution was actually brought to Nigeria to guide us, he said there was no Constitution. Sir, whether you like it or not, ignorance is not an excuse before the law court. I want us to know that. And the fact that my grandfathers were not part of the so-called elites then is not an excuse for me to say there was no Constitution. There is a Constitution. I agree with the fact that it's faulty.
What is Constitution?
Constitution is a laid down rules, procedures, protocols to guide the Eastern people for an agenda.
Only one person will make the Constitution, or?
No, see, the point is this. We add, they add people, it is a British agenda, right? Our Constitution is actually a British Constitution. It was forced on us. Not that we sat together to actually bring the Constitution. That's number one. Number two, the Constitution, when they added it in 1951, the Macpherson Constitution, that was actually an older version of the Constitution. It was actually rejected in the UK, right? So Macpherson came up with his own in 1951. Then Nauru actually fought against it, and that led to a constitutional crisis. And then there was a threat to national disintegration. That is the beginning of our problem. Now, talking about this question of the geographical location, stuff like that. You know, in the Constitution, I think that was. Let me please state Chapter 1 of the Nigerian Constitution, Part 2, Section 8. Section 8. It actually stated categorically what is needed for us to have a state, a local government, or a region to be established within the country. And now coming back to the, I want to appreciate President Goodluck Jonathan of the People's Democratic Party for one thing. I love his person. I might not agree with some of his ideologies while I was in government, but I mean, I'm aiming to become a nationalist one day. So I would actually praise what is good and actually objectively criticize what is bad.
Right.
President Jonathan did a good job by calling for confirm.
That's right.
And in the confirm that day in 2014, I would actually read the part 5, the subsection 12 of that confirm. They said Nigeria should be regarded as a federation. And looking at our constitution, the 1999 constitution as reviewed, 1999 constitution chapter, the first chapter, the first part stated that we agree unanimously to be referred to as a nation, Nigeria. Who are the we? Let's think about that.
Yeah. The we has to do with
who are the we? My father was not there. Your father was not there. But the elites from each of these regions who had vested interest were the ones that sat on that. So for us to say Nigeria should integrate, I am indifferent to it at the moment, right? But this basically I'm going back to the geographical question. The part 2 of that also said, okay, why do we need federalism?
Right.
Sustenance of our unity in diversities. This will enable everybody from every part of the country. You get this will get everybody from every part of the country to be involved in government. Now we have 4 of these here. We are 6 in number, right? Now, if we agree to come together in love and understanding, oh, sir, are you tested at the moment?
Well, at the moment, yeah. You
can pick one. Are you tested at the moment, Emo?
Not really.
Are you tested, sir? So I see no reason why he should be fighting for water. So this should be something of understanding and love. If we've found ourselves in a corner where we are both together to be in a marriage that is abusive, I would say it's abusive because if you look at it, the last era of President Goodluck Jonathan, the majority of those people in his cabinet were actually from the South and Southeast. the Yorubas were marginalized, but nobody came out to run foul of it. Now, the current era, probably due to the political manipulations and the games of the oligarchs and the cabals, you can see what is happening currently in the nation. So, coming back to the issue of federalism and the like, the aim of that is for us to have a common interest and one goal. And now they said here that, okay, you stated, where can we have a state within a state? In the confab, they understood and they know that, okay, this country is in a state of mess.
Right.
If care is not taken, you might have anarchy, which you're currently having now. Then if care is not taken, there might be war. I don't want my parents to actually, I don't want my kids to actually to have an idea of what a war looks like. So they said, okay, they can actually have one state created in the southeast.
That's right.
So if that is created, the southeasterners will be calmed down. Then we can actually have a dialogue. Now the issue of disintegration, even if you are going to disintegrate, you should disintegrate as individual entities. But now, go back to that disintegration. If, for instance, you now say, okay, the Iowa should be on their own, are we saying all the people in the Iowa region, are we saying they are all Hausas? Are we saying all those people in the clan for Biafra? Is it all those states in court? Are all the states in the south and south, are they agreed to go with Biafrans? Now, in the west, we are saying Yorubas. I'm from Oshun, he's from Oshun. We still the same Yoruba. We are from different regions in Osun State.
And you also have people from Ogun State.
Yes, sir. Yes, from Ogun State.
Kwara, which is even like here and there.
So at the long run, you see, that means if we allow us to disintegrate at this moment, then there will be micro disintegration. At the long run, we might even want to disintegrate to the level of families. I can say, oh, I don't want to be with my father. You get? So at this point, if we are in the middle of nowhere.
Is that your prayer?
What do you say?
Is that your ask a question? Is that your prayer that it will look like that?
No, actually,
please let him finish.
So basically, we are in the middle of nowhere. So I think it is now wisdom. Now we are educated. Even if we are not to go to university, we have common sense. We can't come back to the drawing board and say, if the white people force this on us, we are not as slaves. But let's come back together and let's put something in place that will for us. And that is why I would recommend any day, anytime, that we should actually go back to the confab recommendations of 2014. Let's execute that and let's see how it will work.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sorry, sir.
Okay.
Man, you've spoken very, very, very well. Thank you, sir. You've spoken very, very well.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the question he brought in, it was a question from, I don't know who asked.
Yes, somebody asked a question, yeah.
What was the question again? About Scotland breaking from
UK.
From the UK. Yeah.
Very good. Now, sir, if we're speaking of federalism, as we stand today, which you and I may want to say is something reasonable, am I correct?
Yes.
Now, this thing that is reasonable, will it be accepted by the people? I'm coming. No, I'm coming, sir. Which somehow was also, perhaps, the Constitution was written, and then 2-3 persons okayed it. And then, as time progressed, because one thing you need to understand, or I have been able to understand in life, is that, you see, plan changes with times. So, the plan, what excited you at the age of 17 may not excite you today at your age.
Definitely.
So as time progresses, there are things that caught your attention before, your fancy before, man, hey, I've outgrown this. You just threw it away. So if we are saying federalism, I am not against it. Because as a matter of fact, whatever that could be done today for the unity of Nigeria, Destiny doesn't mind.
Wonderful.
But then this thing we're talking about, federalism, or let's come together, it's not about me. It's about somebody who feels that he's been marginalized. It's not just a feeling. You can see it on the street. You can see it every single blessed day. Now, back to your question. Now, the Scotland, as we speak today, they've had a referendum. And then the vote, they lost it. Am I correct?
Right.
They have been, something like that had happened. Now, to simply answer your question, sir, why not referendum be at least come on the table for once?
Good.
And then
we have that on the
very good. Let them lose. If the vote did not go for them, then we can stick together as a.
Okay,
I'm not.
let me. There's a funny question here.
So, I don't know if I answered your question.
You answered the question perfectly. Yeah. There's a
Let
funny
us come to
question
the
here.
table
Somebody
first.
said that one culture we all know has said Nigerians will always be Nigerians anywhere in the world. 6 able-bodied men and 3 bottles of water. My brother, no. We have. I have mine here. We all have it. So there's everything here on the table. Okay. And,
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Thank you so much for lighting up that. That's right. And there's a question here by Sammy Green. He's saying, I want to ask these guys, why don't they want Biafran people to remain? Why do they want Biafran people to remain in Nigeria? A second person also asked the guy, because he said yes. Why don't they want Biafra to leave Nigeria? Well, same question from different angles.
So the question is, nobody wants, as regards to what my brother Lani said here about the concept of referendum or no referendum. Like I said, we are talking about the first question was, is Nigerian unity still negotiable? Reconstruction and like we have said, we know that there's a problem. You know there's a problem. The best thing is to look for a mechanic. And when you see a mechanic, the mechanic will tell you this is the way out. Okay. The question now is, when we know there's a problem, it's not about, there's something we say in my own language that Oribibe Kolo Morififo.
Beheading a man is not the
Beheading a man is not the problem of when you have headache. You understand? To we, that might not be, actually I don't have anything to, many of us might not say we don't have anything to lose. But what about people that have a lot of things to lose as regards the Nigerian unity? Take for instance, I am a medical doctor. I work in the University of Abuja teaching for a while. 65% of the consultants in that hospital, they are Igbos. Go to BUK. Go to APU Zaria. National Hospital. Let's go back to law. You understand? So there was the issue of coming back home first started. I was laughing. Yeah. I said, why? You want somebody, a lawyer that have already invested for his life in Abuja to leave Abuja and come to Enugu. You understand? Where will he start? Now the question back to the question of everybody. We all know that there is a problem in Nigeria. Yoruba people are suffering. There is a problem in the Biafra land. Yoruba people are suffering. There was a time that I asked my brother last week that, do you know that there are some kids on the street of Sokoto? There are some kids on the street of Bauchi that are suffering for more than people that are in the east of the street of Aba. When we have to know, when we want to say we want to be like this Luther King, let it be general. We have problem. You can come to like we said at the beginning of this program. I love him as a brother. We know, we talk, we chat because we are abroad. You understand? But if somewhere now say, okay, Yoruba people they are like this, Yoruba people they are like that, nobody's against. Look at when they said there is a vote for this reconstruction of Nigeria. Those people that voted, they are voted based on their selfish interest, based on their what called vested interest.
Voted for or against?
Against that we don't want to restructure because we believe that when we restructure Nigeria, now it will not be. When we restructure Nigeria, the power to the center will be reduced. And everyone that benefited from the center.
And do you think that doing this kind of reconstruction that it might help matters or it might address the Biafran issue? Do you think so?
It might.
Okay.
It might, provided people of like mind sit together. Yes, we have a problem. What do you think would be a solution? That's why they bring this confab. What about the report of the confab? Many people have sat together long time ago. What did they do? Even with the so-called constitution and the law, we have, because of the theory of law, equity, justice, and fairness. Yeah. But when there's no equity, we know that this constitution is biased based on. If we started from British Constitution, and this 1951 Constitution before they now bring about 1981 Constitution. This Constitution is nothing but than a fraud. They bring a confab, but what happened to the result of the confab? Because it will not pay the present people on seat. I said it last time. The Minister of Darkness, or Minister of, what do you call him? Babatunde Fashola. Before Babatunde Fashola become a minister in Nigeria, he said, and I quote, any government that cannot fix Nigeria electricity for 6 months is not a serious government. That's number one. He said,
and he's been there for more than 2 years.
More than 2 years. What does he do? The man is just a psychopath. He's not just giving us some, because he knows that we are gullible. What they use is, they know that this elite and the masses, they know that, okay, if you want to fight the masses, what can we do? Many things we are doing nowadays is have some political underground. Biafra, Arewa, Oduduwa, people that are claiming from Oduduwa or what they want. Some of them have political undertones.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me read a comment there by.
You don't need to. I mean.
Okunade Taiwo is saying that restructuring is the answer to Nigeria's problem. Referendum or no referendum, poverty is still on the rise. Every region is underdeveloped. Corruption is still the normal course. Biafra isn't solution at all. Let me hear from you first, then Doctor will get to you, then we'll come to you, sir.
First of all, before I go to the last comment, there is something I want to address to you, and you, my honorable brother. You asked me which passport am I using?
Yes.
And you said something about when the Constitution was written, people who signed it. There is one thing we have to understand under law. When you are under duress, you have no other alternative. Even if Nigeria, Biafra, Yoruba, Oduduwa, and Arewa came together and started answering Nigeria, Yoruba might have came with their own wholeheartedly that they accepted it. How the Northerners accepted it, but we Biafrans, we did not accept it. We signed that contract under duress. We have the documentary. Now, you asked me about the passport I am using. Yes, I am using a Nigerian passport as an identity first to be used. It's not that I am a Nigerian as I'm a citizen of Nigeria. It was an identity that I'm using because there is no other alternative for me. If you want me to use my own, I will use Biafran passport. You understand? That is why I'm saying
we understand that.
Okay, fine.
Let's move on.
Oh.
Then the question, can you remind me because I've lost it? Sorry.
No, you are trying to.
No,
I think if restructuring of Nigeria, would that answer the Biafran question?
Restructuring of Nigeria cannot, because since day one, we Biafrans have stand against restructuring.
Why?
Because that is not what we want. Restructuring Nigeria cannot help us. Restructuring Nigeria cannot bring back the life of 3.5 million.
But secession will not bring their lives also.
No, it will not, but we have to make it in a way that every year we will be remembering our lost heroes, our heroes. Being in Nigeria, we cannot do that. There is many things that we can do on our own that federal government of Nigeria is not allowing us to do.
No, but hold on. Under the restructuring that many people are calling for, maybe having regions or states determining their own both economical and even political future, why wouldn't that answer the problem?
That will not answer the problem. Why? You know why? Referendum is what is going to answer the problem. Because now, and in the future, as
what question will be on the referendum?
What question will be on the referendum? Let them try to understand. These people have their own fundamental human rights. Let them decide. Let them decide. Are you going to be with Nigeria or are you going to be on your own Biafra? Let them vote. And that is what my spiritual leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is asking for. And that is what we Biafrans are asking for. We stand on the referendum. There is nothing like restructuring. And as time goes on, Senate and God still be punishing Nigeria by Senate voting against it. That is a punishment, and that is another win. I mean, IPOB will have won another case. You understand? So the more they go, the more we win. We just like eagle, we are flying. No power on that contraption will stop us.
Okay, that means that the idea is outright cessation. Restructuring is not part of not part of the equation.
The idea.
Why? Is it that there's no trust in the federal and the Nigerian system, or no trust with the neighbors, or isn't secession too far-reached, or isn't there a kind of a middle point?
TURST, trust, have already died. They have killed it. None of us trust each other.
The question,
we cannot. There is no trust.
Okay.
Who am I going to trust?
It's alright.
Am I going to trust Oduduwa, Yoruba people?
No.
Am I going to trust the Hausa Fulani?
Why not?
For how long?
The individuals, or you mean the government or the politicians?
I mean,
let's get it clear.
I have said it before. Personally, individuals maybe they have no problem with it.
Okay.
But we're not fighting individual. What they're fighting is the body.
All
Who said that we're not going to be in existence? But I have one question to my brothers.
Okay.
I want you people to ask, why is it that anytime Igbos want to impress their brothers there is problem in your own land. Why?
Embracing what sense?
Embracing our own brother. Our cousins, the rivers. When Igbos wanted to embrace them, to be together with them, to have something together with them, then there will be a problem in northern Nigeria, and there will be a problem in your land. Why is it? Why
okay.
is it?
Well, I think, excuse me. I think we let's not deviate from the topic, please. We've gotten your answer clearly when I asked about if restructuring can answer the Biafran agitation. No. Okay, Dr. Adelaja.
Thank you very much, sir. The same question he asked.
Okay.
Why do other parts of the country, why do they have problems when the Igbos? Okay. Why do other parts of the country, the other regions, why do they have problems when the Southeasterners, when they want to embrace their brothers, the rivers? Why do they get agitated? It's the same reason. That is the same thing. That is the same phenomenon that is happening now. Why is it that when other regions of the country, when they want to embrace Biafra, why is it that there is problem?
Who want to embrace Biafra?
You asked the question now. You said, why is it that other regions, the Hausas, the Arewas, and the Uruduas, why do they have problems?
Let's move that question.
Okay.
Because it's really going to derail us.
Okay. Then.
Okay. So let me come to Brother Sunday, please. What do you have to say with all these things? What's been going on? You are from the Northeast. You are from Borno State.
Yes.
And what all has been going on? You know, the agitation that's been on now has been in a way that one of the points, you know, that Northerners or the Northern cabal or the Northern oligarch or elite, they're kind of concentrating power amongst themselves. You, as an insider there, as a young man, what do you have to? What's your understanding, you know, on all what is going on? What's your point? What's your view on that?
Okay, first of all, let me try to answer this question. Is Nigeria's unity
Geographically?
Geographically.
Yeah.
I do think at the moment, Nigeria, we are having this emotional upset, something like that. The country is, let me not say chaos because it might sound too abrupt. Okay. Now, the problem is we are actually emotionally unstable at the moment, and then I think any decision that we make might be due to a clouded judgment. So the solution, I don't think, is for a divided Nigeria. I think the solution would be for Nigeria to come together and then find out, okay, what is really going on. And then, of course, people do have conflict, you know, even within families, we do have conflict. But the solution is not once we have conflict, we just get up and then we go away. We can come together and then stay. Try to figure out what is really happening and then find a way to really sort things out. I do believe that can be the solution to Nigeria.
Okay, then coming to the drawing board.
Yeah, let's say come back to the drawing board again, then we draw everything back together. Of course, we can pinpoint where the problem is coming from. Although I do believe, yes, our mentality, we do have this mentality, you know, different people from different regions have different mentalities about each other. But still, we might not accept the fact that we are one country, one nation, but still we are one nation.
Okay, let me address the viewers. You know, I'm getting a lot of comments. Let me underline one thing. We all of us here, we are not politicians. We are not journalists, you know, doing some kind of propaganda. We are just common people from Nigeria who are trying to do what the politicians are not doing. We are talking. We are not quarreling here. We are saying, oh, we're going to go out together. We're going to go to the restaurant to eat after this. So, please, when you're making your comments, don't throw insults. Please just make your point, ask questions maybe to a particular panelist here. I repeat, we are not politicians, we are not propaganda journalists, we are just Nigerians doing what the politicians have failed to do. So please, let's respect each other, let's respect one another, hear one another out, and stress our points. No matter what the points are, even if we don't agree, but let's all do everything in a respectable manner and move on. Okay. Yes,
anyways, thank you so much for all the comments coming in. The issue on ground, I think, is a very sensitive one. Like I said before, whatever that can be done for the unity of Nigeria, I don't mind.
Okay.
But when we speak of a solution to a problem, I think that the best possible way to solving an issue is to solve it and then solve it for once. He mentioned about providing solution to a problem. Now, my honorable friend and brother here pointed out to us here that the year 2014 there was a conflict.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, whatever was the issue, the problem for which whatever that was discussed there didn't take place, is a red light. I'm coming. Because if Jonathan, or during his regime, he called for this confab, people sat down, and then maybe they brought one or spotlighting things. These are, I think, if this come together, if we could do this and this and that, Nigeria would be able to see the light. And the thing didn't materialize. Couldn't it be that there are one or two people who think that this? No. I'm just coming. Could it not be that there might be one or two people that say no, this thing is not the lasting solution to this problem?
Let me underline one thing. The confab, when it was convened,
Yeah.
there were a lot of discussions on the power,
Okay.
the final recommendations of the report would have.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it was agreed, or it was said, the government then said that the report or recommendation by this confab would be a mere recommendation
Okay.
that the government would need to look into and pass, that would take whatever point they want, pass it to due process and get to maybe a sort of solution. But during the Jonathan era, practically nothing was done
Okay.
on the National Assembly to address any parts of the recommendation. So, but because of what has been boiling in the past few months, just a few days ago, the Senate voted on many parts of these recommendations, and the part that had to do with restructuring of the country was ruled out.
Yeah, totally agree.
The lower house also, the same thing, they ruled them out. The only thing they added was like giving more powers to the local governments and the state assemblies. So, all in all, people clamoring for restructuring now, let us just take it that that bill has been killed by the National Assembly.
Mr. Modiklo, do you know why, sir?
So,
do you know,
unless maybe something else will happen later. Maybe you can.
Do you know why, sir?
Okay.
We are in a country where the so-called cabals, the oligarchy systems, if anything wants to go against their wills, they try to refute it. Look at this concept of the confab stuff. Even if they said mere like recommendation, and billions of naira was wasted on that what they call mere recommendation. Before even to streamline this, what they call confab reports for us. What he did after the confab report, they set a committee to look into that confab report. That committee bring another report, and that committee still look into that. What committee look at? Why delay tactics? Why principle of if this thing was materialized, it will affect their own incomes. It will affect the way they have been monopolizing Nigeria. Okay. Let's be factual and be real. Sorry, sir. To cap it off. Since the 80s I was born, early 80s, the same set of people that have been ruling Nigeria, they are still there till today. They said then they are teaching us the leader of tomorrow. When Mr. President is 80-something or 70-something, they are deceiving the decisions.
Okay, Engineer Obasi, you're saying
thank something. You, sir. In my own opinion, like I was saying, I believe that if you must prefer solution to a problem, you should be able to prefer a kind of solution that is lasting.
Okay.
Because he was talking about you have a car, and then you detect a fault, and it's a mechanical fault. Or maybe you have a car, it had a fault, you must take it to the mechanic who says this is the problem. Yeah, that's very beautiful. Which, if we want to liken the situation of Nigeria right now to being a car, I think that they would have taken Nigeria to different mechanics. Are you getting me? And the problem is still there. So bringing a mechanic that will fix this problem is the main thing. And then not just fixing the problem, fixing this problem once and for all. You know why? As much as we want destiny, I desire till tomorrow, as we speak now, for the unity of Nigeria, if that is possible. Okay. Yeah. But if you look at the events, the way things are going, I'm a youth, so whatever I'm speaking, I don't know if I'm speaking the mind of at least a few youths that, as a matter of fact, they've graduated for years. Like I finished my first degree 2014. Most of my colleagues or my mates that finished with me and then went to Nigeria, I could tell you that 98% of them have no jobs. And let me please, I don't know if this will be, and in a system, in a country, we are here, I mean, people clamor for one Nigeria, but let me not digress. I will still come back to this. A real Northerner, I'm a Nigerian. The real Northerners do not know anything like an Igbo man being in Nigeria. For them, these people, they will just want them as a Nigeria. I mean, as part of Nigeria. But then, critically looking into it, the behavior, they do not in any way portray it, truth be told. Now, if we must fix the problem of this nation, I am a Nigerian, I'm a youth, man. I have a very beautiful future. And as a matter of fact, I have lovely kids coming up. So, you see, what we are speaking now, Nnamdi Kanu, like he said, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he wasn't agitating for all of this. I don't know. So, if the agitations of his fathers, or maybe his older ones, if for any reason that this whole thing that people are looking into now, this is what we want, if people were able to fix the problem, it wouldn't have gotten to this extent. What am I saying? If what we are saying now as the youth of Nigeria, if we do not come together, use, some level of wisdom to fix the problem and then stand to say this is what we want, our children will still come again. The same fight, they will fight it. Okay. So I think that is an avenue, or this is a time where, as youth, whoever is watching from anywhere in the world, it's a time we come together. I'm not speaking in favor of any politician. They don't know me. I've never. The only good thing I have inherited from Nigeria is the fact that I have their passport. Apart from that, there is nothing, sir. But what I'm speaking is the future. And let me please state this categorically. We are speaking of Nigeria. This is very beautiful. People telling Nigeria, the youths are the future of Nigeria. What is the future? And you are preparing a youth for the future. You have not prepared future for the youth. Yes. So what they are telling us is that we are the future of Nigeria. Somebody tells you go to school, you are the future of Nigeria. What future are you talking about? You've not been able to prepare the future for these people. You're preparing them for an empty future. When they get there, what will they see? So let them get the future prepared. The Ukrainians, like I said before, Ukraine is a country. A boy is born today, when he opens up his eyes, at the age of 10, he has water, he has gas, he has light. The future is already prepared for him.
All right. Somebody just called in, but the line didn't get through. Please call back and let's hear you out, okay? Meanwhile,
the number to call from.
Yeah, the number is pinned already. You see it on your screen there. It's pinned. Okay. Please call again. Dr. Davey, please. You were saying, I was talking about the National Assembly, striking out the restructuring topic, the way it was brought up, devolution of power, from the center. I mean, what you said no. Okay, we have a call coming in. Hello? Hello, we can hear you. Hello? Please tell us who you are, your name, and where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, yes, speak up, sir. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, my name is Ken. I'm calling from Washington, D.C., United States.
Okay, you're welcome, Ken.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Speak. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Hello, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Ken.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. My name is Ken. I'm a Biafran. I'm calling from the United States, Washington, D.C. I think what you guys are discussing is good, but let me tell you guys one thing. We want Biafra. and there's nothing that will stop us from achieving Biafra. Although I live in the United States, and I don't even hard here, but we want, we see the way our people are suffering back home. It's not only the Biafra, but the Yoruba. So, whenever I come to Nigeria, whenever I come to Biafra land and I visit Lagos, I wish every time because I see what our people are going through there. And you guys must see the truth. You must see the reality. There's no need for hiding the truth. Nigeria is not working, and you guys know it. It's not just working. Everybody knows it. Here in the United States, talk about Nigeria, and then you say that Nigeria is cooked. Nigeria is not working. Can you believe that this lady, Buhari's daughter, what's her name? This lady,
Zara.
that young lady.
Zara.
The daughter, that lady.
Zara.
The wife, but Zara Buhari.
Yes.
In the United States, you have $1.3 trillion. United States country.
Any proof of that?
Have $2.5 trillion US dollars.
Can you prove that, sir?
$3.5 trillion. So
Can you prove that? Did you have any proof?
If Biafra, if they are independent, if Biafra breaks away from Nigeria, you know about the benefit from Biafra because you guys will benefit from our technological know-how. They will begin to their own to what people go. The Yoruba, there will be a massive more job for Yoruba. Just think about it. The Navy, the Army, the police force, all these things, they will need the troops. And in Biafra land, so the same thing will happen. There will be construction. A lot of companies will come home. I believe that the United States, if I want to come, if I wanted to come to Nigeria, when I was saying that I'm a Nigerian, I wanted a company to start up a business, a factory to employ some people. My experience was for a wonderful there. What I made through as Muhammad Airport is not
Okay, Ken, please, you can round up, okay? We don't have much time. Okay.
So, Nigeria is a disease. You guys will take the reality. Now, the Biafran people will benefit. Let us stop attacking each other. You people will benefit if we live. Let us face this. If we live, there will be no unemployment in Yoruba land. What about if we live and those who want people to benefit? People have enough to survive. We have intellectual just like Biafra. The Fulanis are voting. These people are not up to 10 million. And they are breaking people, they are killing people, raping women, creating people in their farms. And you guys are talking what?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think
Okay, Mr.
we've lost
King,
you there. Thank you so much for your contributions. Well, I think we've heard this. I was asking you a question, Dr. Adelaja, about the National Assembly not accepting the reconstruction, restructuring bill that was.
Okay, that's a very good question, sir. Let's look at this. The National Assembly consists of, we have 109 senators, we have 360 honorable members in the House of Representatives. So, for the bill to scale through, they need just two-thirds majority of people on seat at that time. And the number of people that voted at that same election, at that same voting, present, I don't think they are more than 100.
98.
Maybe 98 of them. So, if the Southeasterners, the South Southerners are clamoring for Biafra or something, if the Southwest that wants to be Odudua, if the Iowas that wants to their vote, if they had casted their votes in support of it, it would have scaled through. That is boiling down to the point my brother was saying then, that is a matter of vested interest of our political oligarchs and the cabals in the country. So, based on the fact that they were even able to push through that at least a little power should be removed from the federal government and be vested in the state government, should be something to be applauded.
Okay. Prince Oscar, you wanted to say something or to address what Brother Ken just mentioned?
Yeah, first of all, my brother Ken, I thank you earnestly for your support, for your
we have another call coming in.
Okay.
Let's take this call coming from Nigeria. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Good evening. Who's calling? Hello.
He's listening to the radio.
Hello. Yes. We can hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's Chibueze calling.
Okay, Chibueze.
It's Chibueze calling. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you well.
Okay. Please, what I want to say is that working.
Okay.
Nigeria is not working. See, if the Northerners believed in one Nigeria, there is no Northern.
We've lost Brother Chibueze there. I mean, we've lost contact with him.
You can call.
Okay, you can call back if possible. All right, Prince Oscar, you were saying something. Let's be fast now. We don't have much time again.
Actually, to start with, we'll confirm that the
Report,
nation,
That's fine.
I think if we can understand, 2014 is not the first time Nigeria is having a national conference. National conference, they have done it in a way of making money and give to some people they want to shut their mouth. You understand? Because they will come to that national conference, they will write. I remember during the time of Olusegun Obasanjo, there was a there was a national conference. Why didn't he implement it? He was on seat for more than 8 years and wanted to enter the third term. But Nigerians said no. Then that national conference during the time of Olusegun Obasanjo, why didn't he implement it as the president of Nigeria? My brothers, whether you like it or not, they knows what they are doing.
That is a question.
They knows that it's not going to work out. My only solution, I don't know, if you people will agree in just that for the sake of black people to move on, let us break the backbone of colonialism.
And that is how?
Breaking the backbone of colonialism is splitting Nigeria. Let everybody go. So that we can come together. If we can try it for 100 years, it didn't work out. We are going nowhere.
All right.
We come back
Okay.
and agree on one thing.
Okay.
But let us break that bond so that Africa will be free.
Okay, we'll still come back to you. We have a call coming in now. Hello? Hello? Yes, we can hear you. No. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, you can talk. Yes.
That's good. My name is Moses Koyaya, and I'm calling from the city of Haiko.
Oh, from Harkov. Okay, you're welcome, son.
Yes. Thank you. Actually, I think the topic of today is about if Nigerian unity is not negotiable, right?
Yeah, is it non-negotiable?
From my understanding, there is nothing that is said that cannot be negotiated.
Okay, that's right.
For someone to come up with this time of 21st century to say things cannot be negotiated, I mean, it's totally out of one's understanding.
That's right.
Nigeria at present is negotiated, but for our understanding, we can understand that the Baghdadi has been transferred to Cameroon.
Cameroon, that's right.
It's one of the things. It's also the treaty that created the contraction for Nigeria. How the one time check out European Union. It's something applicable to all human beings on earth. Because I believe the right of self-determination is the level right of any human being. Any homogeneous people have the right of their own self-decision, self-governing. Just like going to church.
Okay, okay.
This is my contribution.
All right.
At the same time, I can
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The unity of the country is negotiable. Okay, now, guys, I want us to now go into a particular question. Referendum. The Biafran agitators are asking for referendum. All over here in the comment section is all about referendum. Now, let me ask you, Dr. Adeyemi, is there any clause for that in the Constitution? And what does the National Confab, what was the recommendation during the National Confab on the topic of referendum?
Yeah, basically, I was going through the page 289 of the Confab report, and I just okay. Okay, so actually, I looking at that page, they looked at the crisis we've been through. They looked at the aims of our heroes who doggedly accepted the position that was placed on us, and going to the Nigerian Constitution from the beginning to the end. I have never seen a place of referendum.
Okay. What of the National Confab?
The Confab actually made a recommendation.
Okay.
That, let me read how it's written. They said, page 289 of the Confab report left the proclamation of Charter for National Reconciliation and Integration as the basis of our union. So that page of the Confab report, actually they knew the agitations, they knew the worries, they knew the poverty in the land, and they came up with the report. Okay, guys, let's come together and let's think for a way forward. You understand? So we can come together as Southerners, South, Southeast, North, Southwest. Let's bring ourselves together. And we have National Assembly. Okay. That is one of their duties. They're going to look at this Confab report, work on it, and make it into a bill, and pass it to the executive to execute.
That's right.
In joining part of what is about this issue of Confab and referendum, I can vividly remember when they are talking about when there's an agitation. This agitation for secession started from Yoruba, and I am very sure the so-called the governors of Southwest then, led by Babatunde Fashola, they were the one that clamoring that they want to do a republic. That before these days, Nigerian the Southwest are using cocoa to produce cocoa house and do a lot of things, creation of buildings of rules and those of others. But the so-called president of them, President Jonathan, said Nigerian unity is not negotiable. He said that's why the issue of confab, they don't even talking about, they are not talking about Nigerian, everything they are discussing there is Nigerian unity and Nigerian unity. They don't even give a rooms for referendum. Okay, so
we agree that we need referendum in the Constitution of Nigeria.
Yeah, automatically a constitution may have to be amended. Put that referendum part of it. Then let give goes to.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Please round up here the topic, and we hear Prince Oscar.
Yeah. Please let me say this. Even if we agree to sit down to have a referendum, let's assume we all sit down to give ourselves a constitution. Do we all think we are going to think in the same direction? Let's ask ourselves. Now, we are here today. Let's form a constitution for Nigeria. You give us a section of constitution. You give us one. I give us one. Everybody we contributed. And it's not whatever thing we agree on might not be unanimously agreement of the people outside. And that's the problem we have with the current constitution. Do you know what I'm saying? So, coming with referendum, I think there is a way we can go about this. And the simple way is use our senators, our other member senators as relatives. Let's hold them accountable so that they can give us bills that would speak our minds.
Okay, Prince Oscar.
You are just sounding as if you don't know the country you are coming from, and you don't know the kind of people who is ruling that country. You know, there is nothing you can agree. Both the masses can agree today that we move that Nigeria forward because of the people sitting there. They have centralized it that the way what they said is what is going to be done. They are afraid of Biafrans having their own right. They are afraid because they know what we are going to be. Mind you, we talk about referendum. This is not the first time a referendum was conducted in Nigeria. It's not the first time. Against South Cameroon, there was a time they were part of Nigeria. French from the other side, Britain from this side, but the people, they are pushing them. They said, okay, let us decide. Let them decide.
Are you sure they are the one that decided?
Yes,
so
they voted.
It is international.
Not
court of
international.
law.
No, I'm not talking about Bakassi. I'm talking about South Cameroon. They decided and they voted.
Okay, we have a call. Hello? Hello? Please talk, we can hear you. Okay, carry on. I think.
So they decided, they voted, they said, okay, they voted against that they don't want to be in Nigeria. They voted to be with French people. That is the ambassador today. You understand? So, I mean, this is not the first time.
So I'm a student of geography. Sorry, and from the look to the past, the present, and where we are, I've never in my geographical understanding with a map of Nigeria.
Hello?
Maybe there was a time.
Okay, we have a call. Let's hear. Yes, caller, we can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ukraine here. I'm a Biafran. My name is Favor Mobifonyebuchi.
Okay, Favor, yes. Your question, please.
So, for what you people are discussing is good, and I encourage you people to discuss more. But I just want to chip in something for you people to hear.
Okay.
All of us now are living in Ukraine. True that. Ukraine and Russia, for example, they are brothers. They are together before. But at the time they decided to stay on their own, it does not make them not to be brothers. Right? So now Biafra wants to go on their own. They should let Biafra to go. It does not make us not to be friends. One is that these people, Duduwa, Arewa, and the Biafrans, have different cultures, different characters. So there is no how you can bring oil and water and expect them to join together. It's not easy. They must be trying to go different ways. So the best thing there is that everybody, they should let Biafra to go.
Okay.
It will not make them not to do business together. It will not make them not to be friends. But in terms of being together, it's not working, and it's never going to work. So there is no need beating around the bush.
Okay, but Brother Favor, there are many countries where they have people from different tribes, also different cultures. I mean, Russia, our neighbor, he has over 100 of them. The United States, I mean, even people coming in,
China.
Even China, the UK. What is it about Nigeria that the center cannot hold?
You cannot hold because one, the different cultures, and the people that is there does not want that thing to go anymore. Don't mind about the good foods or the so-called educated foods call themselves senators, governors, that is there for their own interest, for their pockets, not for the interest of the masses. Let us just face the fact and leave the dancing to that. Here and there. The pure truth is there, and every truth human being is supposed to know that this is the pure truth. Let them call for a referendum. Then if majority says no, they want to be in Nigeria, so be it. Just like as they did for this thing. Then if majority say no, they don't want, then let them go. It's not must. Marriage is not must. You are here in Ukraine. When you are married and the woman or the man decided not to, doesn't want again, they go their separate ways. They went to the ZAS and everybody find it.
All right. Okay, Brother Favor, we still have other callers. Thank you so much for your contribution, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop, let me say two things here.
Yeah, quickly, please.
If Nigerian government would actually accept referendum, and we have referendum, and there was a voting process, if at long run those trying for Biafra are able to garner enough votes to actually make them have what they want, that would actually kill anything like secession or I want to go here, I want to go there from any part of the country. I would actually implore the current government, the current government or the current president of Nigeria to give them that benefit of referendum.
Okay,
That's
referendum.
Yeah. Then number two, looking at the state government, because before the program I was talking to you about each of the state governments are actually coming to play. Now, you might have a president, but the president will not determine how you run your states. The past governors of this region, clamoring for Biafra, how well have they used the resources that were earmarked to them?
Okay. We have a little technical issue, so I'll be doing this manually. Okay. I'll be doing this. We have another call coming in from Nigeria.
Okay.
Let's. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Moses. I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, you're welcome. Your question or your
Yeah.
contribution?
My contribution is that I love what you guys are doing. You guys are doing a very good and nice job.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I must tell you the fact that Nigeria is not working. And Nigeria can never work.
We know.
Why? Because we have those people that feel that Nigeria belongs to them. They sit on the throne, what they call their father's throne. After them, another person will take over. So their descendants will continue from generation to generation. That is what they believe in. For this cause, Nigeria can never work. The way Nigeria is going now, there is no way it will work, and it can never work.
So what are your recommendations? What's the way out?
Okay. The way out now is referendum. Referendum. Let everybody decide whether you want to be in Nigeria or not. You cannot force somebody to be in the place that you don't want to be.
Okay.
Nobody will force anybody in the Western world. Nobody force each other to be in the place that they don't want to be.
Okay.
So let there be referendum for people to decide. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Now let me say something here. Under the UN Charter, under the AU Charter, you say that the right to self-determination is guaranteed. Every person. And referendum is legal as long as it works into the framework of the constitution of the country's laws. We've had referendum in many countries, many places. Referendum should not be, a word that should scare Nigerians or the Nigerian government. It is normal everywhere in the world. This is, I'm not just quoting myself now. This is acceptable everywhere. It's even strange that we never had the word referendum in our constitution. I believe the time is right because we've all agreed that Nigeria is not working. So the question is the way forward we are asking. And we have the Biafran agitation, which is more serious. I believe the situation now is even worse than it was before prior to the Civil War. Because the Civil War had its own genesis. But this one is different because we didn't learn anything from the Civil War. What caused the war, the issues we had before the war, continued after the war.
Mr. Maduto.
Yeah.
I think another problem we are facing.
One second, let me just quickly finish it. There are, when Gowon mentioned the 3R, reconciliation, reintegration, and
Rehabilitation.
Wonderful. No victor, no vanquished. Where are we today? After the war, a nation was not built. Let's take this call. Hello.
Okay, hello.
Hello, good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. My question is this.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Yes, listen artistically. My question is this. Was Biafra a nation before coming as one Nigeria? This is my question. I want you to answer this correctly. If Biafra was a nation before coming as one Nigeria, why is Nigeria delaying to give them, to allow them to go back to where they're coming from? Because I know in the history, and according to my forefathers,
much for your question.
If Biafra was a nation with their own currency, there was a nation, there was a nation with their own currency.
But the currency came in after the declaration of the Biafra state.
No, before the coming of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before then. Okay, well.
Well, actually.
Okay, thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. We didn't get your name and where you're calling from. Maybe you can still tell us.
Yeah. My name is Charles Nkoli. I'm calling from US.
Okay, thank you so much, Charles. Thank you. Good question.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, my brother Charles. Happy to hear from you. That is still the case that we're talking about. The answer is give us a referendum, and of which that is what we are demanding. But they find it so difficult to understand, and they fail to understand that referendum is not war. When we talk about referendum, they say that young people who did not see the war, that they have started chanting for war. I mean, in this 21st century, how can someone who is calling for referendum is calling for war? If I thought that British voted to exit from EU, my brothers, why can't we understand that what is good for Britain is good for Biafrans? If I thought that Scotland, if I thought they give Scotland the chance to vote, and they vote, we know what happened. We follow the news. We know what really happened. Because Britain don't want to lose Scotland. Because if Scotland will go, the whole countries that Britain have colonized, all of them will find their way. They made it in their own way to make sure that Scotland will remain as part of British. But still now, they are still looking for new referendum.
That's right.
Why can't Nigerians just understand that Biafrans, we are tired in this marriage?
Nobody said
we are tired.
Nobody said we should not.
The best thing is.
But the problem is the tone.
No, I have not finished. I have not finished. Don't interrupt.
Please, round up, please.
We are tired of this marriage. Why can't you just understand? I think Yorubas, you have not even seen war before. You have not even witnessed war as we have witnessed it. Yes, you did not. You have not lost 3.5 million people. You understand? And we have lost 3.5 million people. Even up to date, they are still killing us. If not sit at home, had it been we protested on 30th of May 2017, they should have killed one of us again. But we decided to sit at home. You understand? After that, you see a problem. What we need is referendum.
Okay. Dr. Lukman, you are trying to be concise.
You are trying to saying something as if actually there's a call.
Okay, let's take this call once more. I have to do this manually. Okay, we lost it. Please call back. Okay, we are back. Hello. Hello, good evening. Or good afternoon, where you're calling from. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. Okay. Please, your question, please, or your comment.
I want to contribute some of your topic about this country.
Please, can you speak up a little bit? We can't really hear you well.
Sorry to say this. It's like some of you people are there speaking like you people are not from Nigeria. Nigeria is not working. Nigeria is a zoo. Because look at, we are clamoring for Biafra. We are expecting. The elders talk about restructuring, which in the Senate refuse. The cabal, Northerners refuse because they know that they are getting from Nigeria. Now, we are calling for referendum. They refuse. The time will come when we don't need this referendum again. So, if we are asking for referendum, we are asking for war. I cannot talk about 1966 or 1967 because I was not born there. But let me talk about this one I know. In 2014, 2015, they killed us. They sent the whole acid, taking the cops for brother we don't know where they are today. No acid is a human being. If we are one, can that kind of rubbish happen? The human beings like animals. Falling acid. So nobody's talking. So enough is enough. So those people are talking about coming together united. Where can you? like now, if people are discussing, okay, if you people are discussing, whatever you people are discussing, don't cover. It's not concern them. If they are too big to the Senate, they will take their decision. Houses are full everywhere. Enough is enough. We want to go.
Okay, thank you so much.
And maybe I want to say, because if we are talking of racism, we are talking of war. If we are talking of war, we are remembering us, our people they killed before. And this thing is giving us morale to fight our right. So enough is enough. Nigeria should go their way, Biafra should go. And now, we are the youth, and we want to take our destiny into our hands. And
all right.
we want to keep our none of the woman can stop it.
Okay. Thank you so much. We are running out of time. Thank you so much for calling, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Let me use this as we are here today. You're moderating.
Yes.
Can I force you to give me recognition to talk? No. I need to raise up my hand with courtesy and
Right.
service. Can I talk?
Right.
Now, the first time I will be seeing Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, the first statement I heard from him, the first time I was seeing him live, the first time I was saying this is Nnamdi Kanu, the statement I heard him say was, give us gun, give us ammunition, let's go and kill. Those statements are treasonable and felony. And these two charges before the Nigerian Constitution amounts to a very severe and gruesome punishment. Now, if Nigeria, I'm not biased now,
Okay.
if Nigeria government could still be magnanimous enough to let him enter the country, though it was incarcerated at the point, but they still listened to him and he was free.
Okay.
And on the condition that he won't go out to meet people again. But you see that and nobody's talking.
Violating
the condition.
Okay.
No.
But as a condition,
It's okay. Let's
as a condition.
guys, please, let's listen. Dr. Adegoke.
Thank you, sir. So now the point is, if you have to call for a referendum, there is a human and gentleman approach to everything. Everything is not war. I would not support Nnamdi Kanu for one reason. The approach
Is wrong.
is using. It's a very wrong thing.
Can I come in here?
There is,
Let me come.
there is a better way of saying we are living this marriage.
Okay.
It's not productive for us.
Okay.
There are better means.
Let me say, I've been listening to Nnamdi Kanu purposely because it was a new phenomenon in Nigeria. When he started, he was like, I took it like one of those people talking. But with time, and I saw how everything has grown. I have listened to him lately. He's not talking about the gun. He's not talking about violence. He's just talking about we want peace. There was an interview with Channels TV.
I want to clarify.
There was an interview with Channels TV when he was asked that question. I'll post that video soon. Asked him, okay, there's this clamor of Biafra or death. What does it mean? But when people say that, it means that they're ready to die or killed. He said, no, it means that he will be continuing his agitation the way he did. Peaceful agitation. Until either he dies and goes and leaves. So I think that he has changed sort of, maybe with things changing in Nigeria or with advisors, I don't know what. But his tone has kind of changed in a way.
Sir,
Let's take this call from Nigeria.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from, sir?
from Nigeria.
Okay. What's your name, please?
My name is Azubike. I'm calling from Anambra.
Okay, you're welcome, Asibike. What's your question or comment?
My point is that Nigeria, we are tired of being in Nigeria. We need a Biafra. That's my point.
Okay. We hear you.
Yes,
Can I
yes,
say
we
something?
need a Biafra. Biafra is our country, and Biafra we want to be.
Okay.
We are tired of being in Nigeria.
Okay. All right,
That's my
Asibike.
own point, and that's where I stand. Biafra.
We hear you, Asibike. Thank you for your call.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
You know,
Yes, you wanted to make it short. You wanted to address.
Moderator, as what my brother said, that is why I don't like the way Yoruba media always cast news about what concerns Biafrans. You understand? Nnamdi Kanu has been on Radio Biafra preaching before he made that statement in Igbo Congress, World Igbo Congress in US.
Yes,
Let me tell you one thing. That week that you are talking about, Hausa Fulani herdsmen in Enugu killed not less than 50-something people with AK-47 assault with machete and others. Nigerian newspaper didn't carry it. They didn't say it. They didn't speak it out. Nnamdi Kanu had that news. What will you do if you are in a position that Hausa Fulani is killing your own people? Is it a bad thing if he requests for a gun? What will you use to defend ourselves? Yeah. Wait, I'm coming.
Sir?
Wait, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming. What will you use to defend ourselves? When you came into our land, you kill our people, you destroy our farm, you rape our mothers, you rape our sisters, and at the same time, you mend them. That you want us to start watching and looking. We need something to defend ourselves. We are peaceful people. Our agitation is peaceful. Our referendum and our protest that we're asking is peaceful. We never pick up a gun. Have you seen any IPOB member who have picked a gun and shoot somebody? No. That is the way we want it. But stop using these cheaper points, because, in order to find one way or the other to tarnish the image of Nnamdi Kanu. that is the work of Yoruba journalism. I disagree with that. I don't like it.
All right.
Sir, please let me respond to that. I'm sorry. Sir, I have no personal grudge against Nnamdi Kanu. I have no personal grudge against Igbos. I have no personal grudge against the Hausas. Now, my point is this. The same thing you are complaining of happened in Ekiti. It happened in Osun. When
it's happened enough.
It happened enough. It's a pan-Nigerian thing.
Fulani should come and kill our people, then we keep quiet.
Sir, listen.
Is that what it means?
But the approach from the West was different.
Yes.
You have their listen. In terms of fight, as we are now, as we fight now, I know the people.
No, we're not fighting.
We're not fighting.
No.
We are not fighting. I am telling you, in terms
of
we are discussing. In terms of two people fighting, if in a world fight, they don't need to fight.
The approach of
you will fight the way that is suitable for you.
All right.
Engineer
Basi,
Oscar,
Engineer Basi, let's hear you.
I want us to understand something, and I know it's easy. I don't know. You see, this is still the same problem we have in our country, Nigeria. Now, you want to punish a man who said, "Give us gun," and then the man who is using the gun,
who have already killed, he didn't punish them.
If you're telling me that Nnamdi is saying give us gun that is treasonable, is punishable by law, whatever, yet the gun has not been given to him, he has not carried the gun, and then he's treasonable, he is punishable. The man that has taken the gun, gunned down souls, has not been punished, no kind of justice.
All right, let's
take a call. Excuse me. So what do you do? Now, Nnamdi Kanu's approach, like you said, may not have been the best. But I need to understand this too. When a man wants attention, there is a way he goes about it. Now, I want you to forget about his approach and then look at what he is talking about.
I'm against referendum.
No, I'm coming, sir. I did not say you are against referendum. Okay. You just pointed out the fact that you did not like his approach.
The approach to it.
You made your point clear, but I am of the opinion that the approach has been established. But don't you think that...
So listen to the message.
Can't you look at the message or...
Why he was...
What prompted...
Okay, let's take a call.
That is why...
That is the thing.
Let's take a call. This person has been calling in.
We are attacking Yoruba, this one. No, that's...
Okay,
we
have a call. We have a call. Yes. Hello.
Yeah, okay. My name is Chinedu Ndukwe. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Okay, Chinedu, you're welcome.
All right. I'm a Biafran, okay? There's something that this engineer, the one on white, is saying in regard of Nnamdi's issue. If we listen to that clip of Nnamdi Kanu demanding for gun, he didn't just demand for gun to fight Nigeria. He made a statement, and he says, you can see the killings, the way Fulani herdsmen are killing our people. And because of that reason, we need a gun to defend our land. That is the output, that is the demand, that is the word he used. You can go back to the clips and listen to it. He is demanding for the gun because the people who are killing our people are also using the gun. You can't use the cutlass or a bare hand to go and defend people who are using AK-47. He didn't demand gun or AK-47 Nigeria. He wants to defend his land based on the brutality of the Fulani against our people. That is why he demanded that gone. So I want us to get that correct. That is secondly. Another thing I want to talk about on the issue why Nigeria is not working. There is no merit in Nigeria in every aspect of Nigeria as institution, as a nation, as a country, anyhow you want to put it, there is no merit. Merit is dead entirely in every aspect of Nigeria. Every aspect. Educational, in office merit, there is no merit. And the reason why there is no merit in Nigeria is because they are trying to sublime some tribal of region because the answers are the one occupying the government. Now, they believe that if they have to allow merit to trend in Nigeria, Igbos in general will occupy every office. I take my time to study this. And that is the reason why merit died completely in Nigeria. When it comes to education, I wrote JAM because I'm applying for University of Lagos, merit by quota. After you make your JAM, they will use the internal university examination something to cut you off. Why somebody, just look at what the senators bring out recently, and they're trying to say they're encouraging the people from the north to go to school. That's not bad about encouraging them not to go to school. They should do the writing, and the writing is from the ground roots, not to use the people from the north to sublime other people's destiny. It is showing the destiny from the east, and that is the reason why we are very angry. That is the reason why every graduate from the east doesn't have a job. What we have to do is to fly out abroad and then become something. Even when you want to ship after all those things, you make the money, you ship it down to Nigeria, you don't have any access. It's only Lagos. And then Lagos is developing. These are kind of strategies in which Nigeria have been able to put down to kill the economic and the political aspects of the southeast. We all know that. It's quite open. We must pretend to, because this is truth. It is truth within the eye of everybody. So let us not shy away from this factual truth.
All right.
I'm not making it that Nigeria will never allow merit to trend. Because if merit trend in Nigeria, it is shown 100% sure that the southeast entirely, the southeast and south will take over every office. So the only solution is to divide the country. Let the people live according to the state of their race, with their destiny, with their struggle, with their visions, to achieve a greater nation. I believe as a person, Biafra is the life of Africa. Biafra will give Africa pride as the black race. But when we remain in one Nigeria, you will have killing Biafra because the outside Fulani people who have been backward and who never want to pretend that their education in their own aspect of religion is affecting others. And that has taken the pride of black man entirely raised down. Whenever the Kanu says that Biafra will be the light of Africa, he's not making something differently. It is his truth.
Okay, sir.
When you watch it, when you calculate it, it becomes fact.
All right. Thank you so much. We have some other calls coming in. We understand your point. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we shall be live also next week. I'm telling everybody, in case you're tuning in, this is Nigeria, the national question. And hello, are we here?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. We're still live. Okay. Engineers. Sunday. Let me hear you from what was you going to. You've been quiet for a little while. What do you have to add to all these, to what people have been saying?
Well, they've been saying a lot about, they've been saying a lot about Biafra wanting to go out and all the rest. Although, at first, actually, when I saw the movement, the IPOB people, I actually thought it was like a call for, they wanted war or something. But then research and all other sources, I got to figure out that they say they don't want war. They actually want a referendum. I got to figure out the meaning is that they actually want to see, I think it's like a consensus. They want to see everybody's opinion because, of course, we have those people who I call king makers. They are the ones who are up there. They are supposed to represent us and then make the right decisions for us. But sometimes the decisions, or should I say most times, when it comes to Nigeria's case, the decisions that they make, it doesn't end up favoring the masses. That's the thing.
They do the
Okay.
And then I think for a long while we've been brainwashed to believe that they have like a perfect path they have laid for the future of Nigeria. But then I think we're now coming to the realization that something is wrong. Not is wrong actually. Something has been wrong from the beginning, but we didn't realize it. It's just now that we're realizing it. So I think it wouldn't be bad if we actually just conduct the referendum, and then I think it wouldn't bring about any war or something.
All right, but we're talking about referendum.
Yeah.
You know, usually people are saying you can't do a referendum.
without a constitution amendment.
No, that can be done. I don't see it as a problem.
Okay.
But then, is it going to be conducted in the whole Nigeria or in the regions where the people are asking for separation? Because usually referendum are always, in such cases, whether it's in Indonesia or Puerto Rico, Canada, when Quebec talking of their own, all of them, this has to be done in the region. Let the people there themselves conduct a referendum and determine their future.
Okay,
How do you guys see that?
So answer this question,
Yeah.
let me just be brief. Referendum, okay. Now when we're talking about the Biafra people, they want to go and then they want a referendum. But then just recently I heard about the Oduduwa Republic.
Yeah.
Then if there's going to be a referendum, I think it would be best if it's done for the whole Nigeria.
All right.
That thing,
Just what do you think?
that thing, if we are saying,
How should it be done? Please, quickly.
if you say that thing, Biafra wants a referendum, Oduduwa referendum,
Right.
Ariwa referendum,
Right.
but what if I don't general referendum? It is.
Asking-
It might not, asking for general referendum, it might not work.
It will not work.
General referendum is not what we, because if you do general referendum, you can't be able, as you love Nigeria, you can't be able to answer Nigeria anymore. You understand? Yes.
Well,
But
I think to answer agitation or self-determination of any region or any place, anywhere in the world, referendum takes place in that particular region. Because you need to know the voice of the people in that area. Unless maybe if you want to have a national referendum, you might have a national referendum maybe asking for something to a particular topic. Should it be accepted
national
or not?
referendum is not right for
In this case, it's like it's not going to be viable.
Okay,
Dr. Dave,
one,
please quickly, what do you think about referendum? How should it be stated?
Your referendum thing, if you are saying you want to conduct a regional referendum,
Yeah.
in the southwest, you have Hausas living in the west, you have Igbos living in the west. How do we intend to do that?
Of course.
How do people vote?
How do people vote? It's only the indigenous. Wait.
Listen. How do people vote?
We vote based on whoever we want to represent us.
Based on what category? Based on what?
Eligibility.
Eligibility.
Yeah.
Eligibility in state of origin or state of residence. Which is a problem that we have in
By
Nigeria.
birth of a resident, you can. Okay, for instance, my governor.
By birth or residence, you
Of
can
course,
vote.
of course.
Okay.
My state governor, Adelaja, he lived majority of his life in Lagos.
Okay.
He was,
He's even more loved in Lagos than in Osho.
he was a
Okay.
commissioner.
My
He
governor.
was a commissioner in Lagos State.
You get. So now, say referendum. That means if you are saying we want to conduct a referendum for the Oduduwa nation.
Yeah.
That means Hausas, Northerners, who have stayed in the
cannot
west
vote.
more than 10 years, they are
They are elite.
They
They
cannot
vote.
vote.
No, they
So
are
that is-
not.
that is
That
we
is
are not
why.
following-
That is
Because of
why.
the, sir, to
That's
to
why-
Let him
achieve
finish.
whatever in life. Because of the
Guys,
differences.
please. I know we are all boiling. This is very interesting. Let's hear it to the end.
So we're saying, so we're call referendum. To me, it's not practicable. Truth be told.
Not practicable.
Yeah, because
So what of in the southeast, in the Biafran region?
now in the different region, you have Yorubas living in the southeast. You have Hausas
They
living
are
in the
not the
southeast.
ones agitating.
They are not the ones agitating, because in our own agitation, I have
They are
never
not the
even
ones
seen
agitating.
any Yoruba man who have come on behalf of Biafra agitating.
What about the Femika?
What we are talking about, he is in Yoruba land.
What
He
about,
he is in Yoruba land, canvassing for Biafra.
Can you-
Well,
can
let
you
me
not
finish.
see that?
Let me finish, brother. Let me finish. He is in Yoruba land, canvassing for Biafra, and that is a good citizen of Yoruba people. No,
we are not bad citizens of Yoruba land.
let me finish. Let me finish.
One second.
Let me finish. You know, one thing we have to understand is that is why I love what Apple is doing, and may God bless my leader Nnamdi Kanu, who have guessed that name and got it right. Indigenous people, right for indigenous. We are talking about the indigenous people to vote. for their own referendum.
I understand.
You-
Okay, good, sir.
you-
But
you understand?
let me ask you, sir. My name is Adelaja.
Yeah.
I see Chiamaka in KNMU, for instance. I asked the girl out. We got married. We have kids. Are my children not Biafrans? Are they not Yorubas?
Now, let me come to
See,
let-
Nigeria
let-
is so
let-
intertwined
let me-
Let's take a
Listen,
call. Somebody is
listen,
complaining here.
That's 419.
Somebody is complaining that his number is 419. Let's let's hear. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Mazuri. I'm calling from Vietnam.
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 I want to say that there is no two way about this. We, the Biafrans, want to be our own.
Okay, we heard
I
that.
don't know why the young men, like you people there, especially the one that calling said that, we know.
Please let's go straight to the point. Like I mentioned earlier, no insults. Let's just go to the point and express try to convince the rest.
Yes, but I'm saying that as people who are there claiming to be young people should know what to say. We know that Nigeria is not working. And we know that all the components that made up Nigeria have been existing on their own.
Yes, we've discussed that, but what's the way out? What's the way forward?
Right now, we Biafrans are seeing that Nigeria is not working. And we are not being, carried around in Nigeria. And we want to be our own. And why are people that live in Nigeria is difficult for them to understand this. We don't want to work. What we want is listen.
Okay.
People determine our own state ourselves. I'm saying that other tribes will come to our land to vote our own destiny is lie. How can you say that because we are not living in their land, we have that to vote, determine their own future? Okay? So it is the black ones who are determining not only the whole land, over the world, have the right to vote in that way to determine whether are they going to be in Nigeria or the other own. Okay? So in that case, there's no question about bringing people outside to come and vote. The matter is person sitting there for 100 years or whatever is not an indigenous person from Biafra land. And again, talking about the issue of brown or not brown, the color last time made it clear. Now the crowd was not asking for brown to go to war. It was asking for browns and blacks for defense.
Yeah, we cleared that. Yes.
The outside Fulani has been our people. And nobody has been arrested, nobody has been recruited over this. And we are there discussing about somebody who said that this is the ground. Let me put myself for defense. If they come, they don't defend ourselves. And we're saying that again that is going, breaking his bell terms. Look at bell terms is that. The bell terms that is against his fundamental human rights, against even the constitution of Nigeria that you claim to protect or argue for, to be one. And can somebody be given a very mission that is not according to the constitution of Nigeria? Even that is in constitution that covers the president of Nigeria, the same constitution that covers the rights of the people of Biafra and state.
Okay, sir. We really heard you. We understand your point, but what is the way forward, please, in 2 sentences?
The way forward is simple and easy. Leave us go. Leave us alone. We don't want to be in Nigeria again.
Okay.
We don't
All right.
want to be in Nigeria. Whoever that loves Nigeria more than his life should belong to them. Let's ask you, let you remember that day. Can you die for Nigeria today?
It's all right.
Can you die without someone giving you money? Can you start to die for Nigeria today?
All right.
Please.
Please.
That you have benefited as a human being in that country.
It's okay. All right.
In that country that
We understand your point, sir. We have more calls coming in. We have more calls coming in that we have to take. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. The way forward is division. Simple. Somebody's saying here.
Sir,
all we need is definition.
Before we began this program today, I was going to play something I saw on Facebook.
Okay.
Right now.
We have another call from Malaysia,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
We have another call. Hello. Hello. Just a second. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, my name is Okoro Augustine. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Okay. Yes, Augustine. Good evening or good afternoon, where you are there. Yeah, your question, please.
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Good afternoon over there. So I really appreciate your program. I really send my regards to everyone over there.
Thank you.
And to the Biafra.
We send to you too.
Thank you.
All the Biafra.
Oh, yeah, Biafra.
So my situation is concerning the referendum. I don't know why. I know those gentlemen over there. I know those gentlemen over there are well educated. I don't know why educated people cannot listen as an educated people. We are the data and the money for referendum, which is referendum should be conducted for the Biafrans. It's not for all Nigeria. Can't you people think as a woman being? Can't you reason as a woman being? We need to reason and make peace. It's not about war. It's not about this argument. When you see the truth as a woman being, you say it out.
Okay, Brother Augustine, what's the solution? What's the way out? What's the way forward?
The way forward is the referendum.
Okay.
Referendum?
They do not the referendum so that they can listen.
Okay. That's very clear. Thank you so much.
We'll be live.
Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. We'll continue on this topic. We see a lot of people are calling. A lot of people are interested.
Don't give them the referendum. Let them tell my hand.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Brother Augustine. Thank you. Our regards to you too.
My honorable sir, I was saying something before we had the call from Malaysia.
And we have another call again. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Can you hear me? Yeah, my name is Namdi. I'm calling from El Paso, Texas.
Okay, Namdi. You're welcome.
So I've been listening to a lot of comments from you guys and the calling. My only issue with Nigeria, the way things have been running, and even our grandparents even instilled that mentality that the Hausas have been ruling Nigeria for ages. And all of us, we know that, and we see that. And when any little thing that we see, especially the way Nigeria is being governed, being one-sided, it reflects back to what our parents told us. For example, somebody like Dangote, I know he's into cement, and he's done war in the country, and he's employed a lot of folks. And he did that by the financial support of Nigeria as himself. Yeah, but when you compare that to Innocent Motors, okay, this is something that should be, that can be, get us some revenue in many aspects. If Nigerian government can sponsor him the way they did to Dangote, and we can export cars to the entire African nation, even some other countries too. And they can even impose taxation on him to raise revenue in helping the entire country, but that hasn't happened. So when want everybody to think like that, look into it like that. It's not like this. A lot of people are angry for a reason. You see things that is not going to, it's not going to that position that everybody sees it as the one that gives. It's obvious, we're not kids, man. Most of us are educated,
All right.
So that's my point here. What we want is referendum. Referendum is good. It makes everybody understand, okay, if the houses truly want us to be united, okay, let them give us the opportunity like the same way they have.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. We'll be back live next week Saturday at the same time. Thank you so much for calling. Yes, brother.
Yeah, I was saying something. I saw a post on Facebook. We're trying to watch it here before we began the forum. The Oduduwas, or whatever they are called, they are, right now as we speak, they are also seeing that referendum for them is the way forward.
Okay.
The same thing that somebody has been, the same message that somebody has been preaching for if not up to a year now.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the handwriting is very clear.
Okay.
Because if it's not the way forward, the Oduduwas will not come now and also be asking for a referendum.
Moderator,
So
can I emphasize on that one?
They should just do what needs to be done and
what my brother has said.
Let's hear people.
Everything I say, you always have responsibility.
I love the way you put it.
All right. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Daniel Anigo.
Okay, Daniel, you're welcome. Your question, please.
Yeah, Anigo. So, Kogawa Anigo. I am calling from Sweden.
From Sweden. Okay.
Gothenburg, Sweden.
All right.
So my own contribution on what I thank you people for what you are doing. My own contribution on that is just only referendum for only Biafra. If Oduduwa people want their own, they should agitate for that, and they have their own separate. Biafra only will have their own separate. When they want to set a referendum for them, it's just for only Biafra who are agitating for referendum, not for the whole Nigeria.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, that is my own contribution.
Okay.
That's the way forward.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
That's my own contribution.
All right.
On that.
Thank you so
The
much.
only solution on that, on Nigerian problem for now is just referendum.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
you people live from Sweden.
All right. Regards to you too. Thank you.
So,
Another call. We have another call. Hello. Hello. Yes. Who? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Azubike. I'm calling from US.
Sorry, your name again?
Azubike.
Okay, Azubike calling from the US. Yes, Azubike, we hear you.
Yes, I thank you guys for everything you are doing, okay?
Thank you.
And more especially the young man there on the white long tree, he made a big point what everybody should be thinking about. He's talking about the future for Nigeria, and we have kids. What are the kids going to benefit in the future? Nothing. Nigeria is the only worst backward country in any way. Moreover, let's talk about Biafra, about this. We are overpopulated. 130-something more million people in one place. We don't even have anything to boast about it. Why can't you just separate this country so that there will be development? How can a president, when you think you want to overseas, the same kind of order that you are enjoying overseas, you can't even afford that in your own country to enjoy good roads and everything? What are we talking about? What is going on? They need to get a
All right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Let's help this young man. Let's follow him because if he fails to get a job from his life, this is not the end of it. More are coming. This is just the beginning.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Keep it up. We'll be calling in every time. Take more life so that we can get through to you. We'll be
All
calling
right.
in.
Next
Thank you
week,
very much.
we'll still try. We're still going to have a Skype line, and the phone number will still be available. We'll have it. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Somebody saying here, I really love your program, but please always stand on truth because that makes people. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say something.
Yeah, quickly, please.
So,
calls are coming in.
He said that in terms of referendum, assuming that he married an Igbo girl,
Your daughter.
and you married my daughter.
Yeah.
Is your son how old?
My wife.
It's all right. Let's go. Let's move on. People are calling. They're complaining.
Okay. You know what he said that when he get to somebody from Igbo or from Biafra marrying a Yoruba man and they are living in Biafra land, right?
Yeah.
In terms of referendum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere. I'm married to a Ukrainian woman.
Okay.
You know, and I've been here many times. They have cast their votes. You know, the thing there is that if you meet up to their own obligation, you have the right to vote.
Okay.
But if you do not meet up, I mean, how can? I mean, referendum is only for Biafrans, and it's only for Biafra to determine for their future.
Okay. Okay. Let's take another call. Okay. Didn't catch that. Once more to you. Let me ask you. What do you have to say? There are a lot of comments. I see there are questions to the
I
northern.
just have a question to him. You said, according to what you said, that means he cannot be able to partake in the referendum.
If he did not meet up.
Okay, now how about his children?
If the children
Let's say he has children.
If the children men is in Biafra land and they are up to the age of voting.
Yes.
You understand? If I thought that is in Biafra land and of the age of voting, of course they will vote, but
It's a decision.
it will be on their own decision, you know.
So let me say something. Now, if for instance, I marry an Igbo woman and we have 5 kids,
Yes.
I want you to see the practicality of this thing because it's beyond what we are thinking. Really?
No, let me talk.
Because now, let's say we have 5 kids. You now have 5 bona fide Nigerians and Biafrans. Any way they want to swing, they can swing. So if they want to vote against you in the referendum, that means you have 5 vote against you, who is against their mother, who is a Biafran. Now that is that from that perspective. Now currently in Lagos, we have a man who is an Igbo man in the House of Assembly in Lagos. So are you saying if they cast a referendum for Yoruba's Odua nation, are you saying such man cannot vote?
Such a man, wait.
This thing is
Wait, there is one thing you have to understand. In Oduduwa, you have a constitution in Lagos where he is. They have a constitution. He cannot vote. Why? Because he's working under Nigeria. He cannot because of the duty of his job.
He may not want to vote. He's
not mayor. He cannot come and vote.
Okay.
Because of the duty and where he's working. That's one thing you have to understand. And mind you, don't ever bear it in mind there is no Igbo people who can vote against that.
Of
course,
that would be.
those Igbo people who are for the interest of the northern cabal. You understand?
That is why it's judgmental.
It's not judgmental. I am telling you wait, because I know that there is no full citizen of Biafra.
Okay.
There is no full citizen of Biafra.
Gentlemen,
who
we have 10
vote
minutes to round
against
up.
the referendum
That'll
of
be 2.5
Biafra.
hours already.
Who vote against?
Okay.
Yeah. Quickly, 1 minute. We're rounding up. Everybody will now do a kind of a summary now.
Okay,
1 minute.
Basically now what I understand here is that there's going to be a referendum for the indigenous people of Biafra and then for Oduduwa Republic.
That might not even.
It's okay. Let him know.
Okay, yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay, so if there's going to be a referendum for these two people, then the Arewas, which is the Northerners, that means they're going to be left out. So basically, we're going to have 3 divisions. that's what people are fighting for, right?
Um,
That's the question.
so somebody comment here now. Peter
Okay, no.
Ben Peterson said, people from southern Kaduna don't even want to be part of Arewa.
What will happen to them?
So like, no, one second. No. Okay, carry on, because this is interesting also.
Okay, now the Arewa, that's what I'm talking about. So you now saying you made a statement, though I can't like recollect everything, but according to what you were saying, it's as if Biafra is going against not Nigeria per se, but it's going against Arewa. Is it?
Oh, one thing there is that let me first of all
We're rounding up.
you are right now.
Have
Let me first
8 minutes more.
Okay, let me
Other
first of
people
all
need
come
1 minute to
to
speak.
South Kaduna. Southern Kaduna, they have extended a hands of relationship to Biafra. They have said about 2 days ago, their leader said, if Biafra is going, they are going to go with Biafra. And someone was kind of imagine, how can these people go with Biafra? But there is a way of doing it. You understand? You know, one thing I want just to understand, and what God is doing in Africa is this. God wants to use Biafra to free all the whole blacks that is in bondage. This is one thing we have to understand. If we can get it like this, we are moving forward. But if we don't get it like this, we are not going anywhere.
All right. Okay. Dr. Adegoke, 1 minute, please.
Well, from Professor Money, we've all been saying the same thing. They're from different perspectives and camera. So for me, let's conduct a referendum.
Okay.
But my own forecast, as I made forecast 2014, pre-2015 elections, and everything I said actually came to play. What I see coming up is this.
Okay.
You would have referendum, but the referendum will be against Biafra itself. Why?
Okay.
Even the Southeast, they're not together. Now, like that is
Well, the referendum will show that.
So that is of course. So if you have a referendum
Or not. Yeah.
Let's. I'm not.
What makes you to detect
It's okay. It's okay.
I just don't see it working.
All right.
Because Nigeria is so much enmeshed, like we are so much knitted together.
I wish we have time
to bring each other's
All
out.
right. Next time.
Like to bring every one of us out individually will be so difficult.
Okay.
Your
turn now. Yes.
I think that there's always a way out on everything, sir. If there happens to be a referendum, please, let's get this straight. It doesn't mean that this is just like somebody mentioned here. Scotland had referendum. They lost it.
It is still true.
I don't think they've been segregated. I mean, I don't think they've been segregated. I don't think they have been victimized for wanting referendum. So if, as a matter of fact, referendum was given, and at the end of the day, the Igbos, or sorry to say that, and then Biafra was not actualized, I don't think for any reason anybody should be victimized because I called for referendum and lost it. I don't know if it, because at the end of the day, that might be, should the Biafra didn't come after referendum. You know, Nigeria may say, okay, this is the time to deal with them, but it shouldn't be like that.
Of course, it should not be.
And you can,
all right.
As we spepe, you've heard of even people calling Nigeria is not working. Even a child that
we all know that already. Yeah. That's right.
Like,
okay, please let's round up.
Let the referendum take place. Okay. If you're a Yoruba man, you married an Igbo woman, am I correct? And then the Hausa, these people want to join Biafra, like he said. There is always a way to go around it. But then, Biafrans are the ones that have agitated. The agitation is everywhere in the world. If they are calling for a referendum, those are people that will be held.
Okay.
Will be listening to
Dr. Dedena, please.
Like we have been saying since morning, Nigerian unity. No. Nigerian, we want a better future. How can we reach that one? Through youth understanding the differences and bringing the solution to Nigerian problem on the table.
Okay.
Furthermore, if I am the Nigerian president, given the referendum is not a bad idea because it is a right, not a privilege.
Okay.
Furthermore, for my peoples in Nigeria, for my Biafra, my people from the southeast, please, when you want to, even when you want to speak truth, if you are looking for justice, you must come with clean hands. Don't allow your emotions to to cloud. Don't allow your emotion to cloud your reality. Choose character over chemistry. Chemistry might ignite fire, but the character inside it, keep it burning. Please, it's not about Yoruba are this, Hausas are this. There are some people that are from the north. They ate what they not when there's a problem, they know that this is not good. There's somebody from southwest. When they explore them, they know there's a problem. Nigeria is not working. Nobody can doubt about that. Nigeria is not united. How come, if our forefather make the mistake, if peradventure care is not taken, we are still going to make the silly and the biggest mistake that our future generation will never forgive us. There is no doubt that our forefather, they didn't provide a future for us.
Right.
How are we going to make a better future for the coming generation?
Okay, let's take this call. This is going to be the final call, I think, from Malaysia again. Hello? Hello? Okay, the line didn't go through. Okay, you now. You've spoken already. Okay, fellas, let's get one thing clear. At least we all here agree that Nigeria is not working. The way Nigeria is constituted today, Nigeria is not moving forward. We are not developing. Government in, government out, nothing has improved. Every time a new government comes, one region or the other complains of marginalization. It is not by chance. Even if it's not like the government targeted those places, to help them or what. But it shows us that the way Nigeria is being run or the way it is, it's not working out. When a president tells you that you cannot expect him to treat the 97% that voted for him like the same way he should treat the 5% that didn't vote for him. To me, that is the most
mistake.
It's not even a mistake. It is the most. Let me choose my words carefully. It is being very insensitive. It is not presidential. It is not in any way. It just shows you that we have a lot. We have a long way to go for a president to make such an announcement. It is very wrong. But it shows us what actually is going on in the country. So the thing is this: there is widespread dissatisfaction in the whole country. Coming to like what brought us here today. If not for Nnamdi Kanu, no matter how you will love him or hate him, we wouldn't be here today talking this. This Biafran agitation and Nnamdi Kanu has made people now to start talking. It has made people to start at least going into a kind of dialogue and things like that. Okay, so I'm picking something positive from here. So there is what I call structural imbalance again.
Yeah.
It is there. Like you mentioned correctly, during the confab of 2014, it was agreed that an additional state should be created in the southeast to, cover the imbalance that is there. Then afterwards, they still agreed on creating about 8 more states or something like that. But this one for the southeast should be there.
Yeah.
When you listen to the agitation or the dissatisfaction of people of the southeast, you know that there are many things there that, man, you go like, how could this thing be happening? I've asked this question. Who is thinking that building a second Niger bridge is for the people of the southeast? It is for the development of the country called Nigeria. If we want to call the country Nigeria. Go and see the roads there. You can't drive from the east to the west. They're even calling for 2 regions. You cannot drive from one part of east to the other. I'm talking about big town, Onitsha to Aba, or try over to Port Harcourt. Let me use Port Harcourt now, or Calabar to Enugu. You cannot do it. Onitsha, you can't. So
you cannot.
There are things, and these are federal roads. I'm not talking about state roads. So there is a point there. There is a point. Nobody's arguing on all these things again, I believe. I've had the opportunity of visiting all the regions of Nigeria. Thank God, I have seen that. My family also, we are intermarried. I have my cousins, female, are married to Yorubas. My uncle married a northerner. That's a different topic for another day. So I've been privileged to visit parts of Nigeria. But what I see in different parts, I see that there are problems. But if we talk about the Southeast, there's a lot of things that people will see and they'll ask you, is the war really over or not? So we all have agreed today that Nigeria, the structure of Nigeria is negotiable. We have to come to the round table. And we've also agreed, I can see here, that referendum is a way out of it. Maybe the legalities or the way how it could be conducted, that one maybe is another gray area. The fact that time, we've passed already time of, okay, let's think, or you cool down tomorrow. No. Time now to go for something specific that will really help us come out of this impasse. It's already time. It's already 10 p.m. It's already 2.5 hours into the whole thing. And thank you so much, everybody. Prince Oscar.
Thank you very much for
having
welcome.
me.
And our viewers.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No. Thank you so much, fellows. We have to shake hands because that is the beauty of dialogue. That is the beauty of dialogue. Brother Sunday Nathan, Dr. Adegoke, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Engineer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Obasi Destiny. And Dr. Lukman, thank you. We still have another session for next week. Thank you so much. We have to find a way out of this impasse. Thank you all that we've agreed to come together here and to dialogue. That is the way forward. From there, we decide what to do. East, west, north, south, together, out there, up and down. We come to the point, okay? Thank you so much, and thank you, viewers, and thank you all those who made the call. Next week, we shall be back with Nigeria, the national question. Thank you. Bye-bye.